or unsatisfied were you with the performance?
Overall, the performance I think was good. I think we faced today a team like Turkey, that is a very good team with the experienced player on the top. And I think this group of players playing for first time, I think we started the game so well. We played 20 minutes, I think, in a high level. I think we did very good things, very positive things. 1-0 up for us. I think, yes, was an impact, an emotional impact when we concede that after we score in the second action, after to concede the first, we concede in 2 minutes, we concede 2 goals, and that was difficult to handle for the team. And yes, that we suffer a little bit until to the end of the first half, but I think the second half we recover our energy and our way to perform, and I think the second half was an even game. Overall, I think maybe we can say that we deserve the draw, but we lose. But I think we need to be positive because today, I think only we can talk about only football action, soccer action, but not. I think the team show great energy, great mentality, great attitude, and then it's this type of game that maybe if you made a mistake, you can lose. But made a mistake because it's soccer, it's football. That is why I think I am so happy about in the way that I think we deliver the show and in the way that we try to play. Yes, so positive because I think we have another game now to prepare the World Cup and then to face the World Cup in a good condition.
Coach, always good to see you. The second half aggression, when you were able to make chances, just your thoughts about how you would just continually to have pressure against them for most of that second half.
Yes, I think that was really good for us because we are a coaching staff that we love to go to press and be brave. I think today is too many action that you can see Patrick, that is a striker, the first, and then Malik, or Diego, or Shaq, and then the 2 midfielders and the defensive line going so high, sometimes to taking some risks because we knew that Turkey love to play long balls because they have pace in front. The biggest, I think, we play with good speed. Even that, I think we try harder, and even if sometimes our organization, our defensive line sometimes suffer a little bit, it's a thing that we need to work because also we were talking a lot that only few players, defensive players play in back four. I think only Walker in Nashville and Tim in Charlotte. The rest play in back three, even Chris Richard or Mark McKenzie in Toulouse and in Palace. And always it's a time to adapt a new system, and of course after player like Alex for first time, and then also Max, that in Columbus he played more like a wing back to adapt to this back four. Never easy. That is why I am so happy with the performance, because under stress always you go to your your habit appear very quick when you are under stress and under pressure. And I think today we handle really well. I am really sad because I think this group of players are working so hard, and I think we deserve better result today. But if we go to only focus on the performance, I think we perform really well. And yes, now we can be focused in how we can improve all the situation and be focused only on game situation. That is what we love to do.
Third row, Doug.
Hi, Mauricio. Good to see you. You made a lot of substitutions. Obviously, it's a friendly match, but you took out Miles Robinson and Johnny Cardozo at halftime. They were obviously involved in the mistakes on the goals. Did it have anything to do with that, or was that a planned substitution?
No, that was a plan.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a plan because Johnny was playing a lot, but Taylor arrived with some little problems, and we need to handle Taylor also, not to play too much, but I think it was opportunity to share 45 minutes. But yes, was the plan. And then also Miles with Mark, and to use, to share game time. Yes, a little bit unlucky that situation, but I think he has experience and I think he's going to move on. And for me, it's okay. I think if you analyze the action, that is amazing because we were playing so well until then. We were winning from back. They were pressing so high. We had a 1v1 situation in the half line. Patrick with, I don't know, it was a midfielder or a central back, and Johnny was alone with the ball. And I said to Patrick, that is about to recognize the situation. It's about to build your experience also and your confidence, because in the moment that you see that you are alone, 1v1 with your capacity, it's only to ask the ball. But ask the ball is to do some movement for your teammate to have the capacity to read your action and play. That is why when we were talking in the halftime, is the mistake are the mistake, but sometimes is to be focused, is read what is going on. That is the experience that we need to build in this team, because I think for Patrick today to play again Demiral and Shoyunju, I think it was amazing, because I think maybe his first time that play with, again, two central back with the experience and the quality. They are playing the top in Europe, and I think today I think Patrick fight with two players that are the most tougher central back in the world, and that is priceless for him and for us, because yes, sad because the defeat, but in the same time it's too many positive things that we can take talking, football or soccer now.
Si prefiere, puede pregúntalo en español también.
Perdón.
¿Ok?
Sí.
Gracias.
Más allá del error de Cardoso en el primer gol de Turquía, ¿cómo has visto su desarrollo como jugador dentro del campo internacional?
Me estás preguntando del pasado, ¿no? De él, o solamente los 20 minutos de
No.
hasta el error de él.
En general, bajo, tu manda, ¿cómo lo has visto? Su crecimiento.
Para mí es un jugador que está creciendo muchísimo. Ha despertado en Betis Sevilla el interés de muchos equipos, es porque lo está haciendo muy bien. Una pena hoy, porque empaña un poco su rendimiento hasta ese momento, que había jugado muy bien. Ese impacto también, que es psicológico, emocional, hace que se genere, ¿no?, un poquito de esa incertidumbre, y después concediendo el segundo gol más todavía. Pero no, bueno, estamos aquí para hablar honestamente, ¿no?, y transparentemente. Los errores están para los jugadores. Los que juegan, los que están en el campo son los que cometen errores. Seguro nosotros todos no cometemos errores porque no estamos ahí. Y para mí yo creo que tiene una tremenda calidad, y esto es parte de su crecimiento también, parte de aprender, de conocernos y de conocernos entre todos. Ahora lo más importante es que tiene que rápidamente pasar página y ya pensar en entrenar y estar preparado para el próximo partido. De nada.
Jonathan, front row.
Thanks, Michael. Mauricio, when you're planning things and also building during the week, how much does it help when players have played together at the same club, maybe on a youth national team like today? You brought in Quinn Sullivan and Nathan Harriel at the same time. Maybe next game it's Brian White, Sebastian Berhalter. How much does that help you speed up the process of what you want to do?
Yes, we try. We try to sometimes, to have this type of connection to help. But I think it's more about in the training session that they need to connect with the rest of the team. Of course, help, because I think the competition is different to training, because I think we were working a lot about the defensive line and to manage this type of situation, and then when appear the stress and the opponent is different. That is why we need to accept that sometimes we can make a mistake or think that we are going to improve. But the only way to improve is playing, is giving the opportunity to this young player, and I think we are very, very pleased. Of course, you cannot be so happy because you lose the game, but I think overall, if you analyze the performance, I think we performed well. I think we were brave enough. I think the attitude was go and press, match in every single aspect a team like Turkey, that is one of the best teams in the last year in Europe, and I think that is about to grow from that level. Thank you.
To your right, Paul.
Hi. I wonder your perspective, a player, Malik Tillman, who has played so well at the club level with PSV and other places, and here has sometimes seemed to lack confidence with the U.S. What have you seen from him in this camp and today?
Today I think he was great. He was one of the best players for us on the pitch. I think he showed all that that was showing the last season in PSV. Of course, that was a period that he was injured and didn't perform because of that. But I think how he finished, or how he started, and how he finished the season, I think today was the player that we were seeing, no, or we were saw in PSV. Because I think today he was show personality, character, how not only with the ball into the feet, if not in the way, the will to go to press to help. He recovered a lot of balls, knowing when we press high. I never complain and always try and try and try. I think that is in the way that you can grow. If you have this type of mentality with the quality that he has, I think it's only going up in the performance, and for sure it's going to help the team to perform and to win games. That is for sure that it's going to be like this.
Hola Mauricio. Hoy usaste Diego Luna y Jack McGlynn como extremos, pero ellos vinieron dentro. ¿Qué piensas de cómo ellos jugaron y qué funcionó y qué puede mejorar teniendo esa
I
cuenta? Gracias.
think the idea to have the control of the possession and control of the game. I think only 5 minutes. I think that we were a little bit. We feel that we were not in control of the game, but the rest I think Shaq or Diego position trying to. Okay, I explain. The idea was the game plan was Diego going inside, being very close with Malik to control with Luca De La Torre and Shoni, and then with Shaq staying a little bit on the side, but in the last serve can go inside, like in the way that he scored the goal, or the possibility after to have the freedom to go to associate. The idea was use in one side Max, Arsen and Alex stay a little bit more in often doing some overlap with Shaq, but I think, and sometimes going in diagonal or going like a third midfielder, that was the idea. It's all new because for first time we were training few days, and then you need to go and to compete in again a team like Turkey. But I think what we got playing in this way is to control the possession, control the game, and always was under us. And I think yes, so happy in the way that we try to evolve in our game. I think the build-up was really good. Only that things that I think we made a mistake and caused the goal. But overall, I think you saw the team that played really comfortable. No, again, a team that is tough and difficult to play. Is aggressive with players that have experience, and I think that is an important improvement for the team. And then second half we try to find different things, no, with Haji and Quinn to go more for the side, more pace, more sometimes direct, and yes, to try to find different options to play. We create few chances, but we didn't have luck enough to score. If we draw and score and 2-2, I think my satisfaction should be the same, or my view, or my opinion, my analysis should be the same. I cannot change because of the result, but knowing that in that game you need to win. But I think overall, because of the first time of this group playing, I think we need to be happy. But now it's about to be consistent. We need to prepare for the next game and to perform in the same way. It's not to perform today and not perform in the next. But overall, I am so happy.
Third row to your left.
Hi, Mauricio. Tyler Adams coming on in the second half. How did you see him impact the game as one of your more experienced players? And
it's difficult to impact the game. 2-1 down, and then he's not in his best. He was suffering something in his feet, but I think to play 45 minutes is good for him, and we'll see for the next games or the future, see how we manage this situation. I think I am happy with all the players because I think if we say Luca De La Torre or we say the central backs, Mael, Chris or Mark or Max or Alex, and then Malik, or I think happy with the behavior and the performance and the try, and always too many factors. That today maybe you are better, or today you don't have luck. But I think what I cannot complain is about that every single player were very connected with the team. Even the players that didn't play, they were helping the team. The players that were playing, knowing that maybe they have the opportunity and the chances to play in the next one, and they need also the help from the teammate that they are not going to play. And that is why I think the impact of the whole team, I am so happy with that.
Straight back.
Hi. You spoke yesterday about how you have now a month to work with this group. Obviously, this was a good first week for you guys. Where do you hope the team is by the end of this month that you're going to work with them? What is the next step for you guys?
Well, next step is I don't know if the next step is improve in all the areas that today we were talking about the game. Also, in this type of competition, the experience is important because I think it's also that we need to live this type of experience. We were talking with Mickey now, and sometimes in this type of friendly games, that is not VAR, when you play always with VAR, and a high percentage of this guy, sometimes they didn't play friendly games, international friendly games, and you need to play with that. Sometimes yellow card are not that with VR are yellow card, or red card with the VR, but when it's no, and that change sometimes the energy of the game, and then the referee always are in a different way, and of course all these type of things are going to provide the team a very good experience in this type of situation to perform better. Because I think today, after in the second half, we all start to do this change. I think, and after only 4 minutes to play. In Europe, if you are like this or in an official competition, maybe you play 12, 15 minutes, because I think in the way, I am not complaining about Turkey. It's only to say that was always late and problems and changes, substitution, and stop the game and start again and stop the game. And then on the second half it was difficult to have continuity on the. But that is, if I am the opposite, I try to do the same. I am Argentino, and No, but it's important, to manage all this type of situation. But the only way to learn is about that.
Second row to your right.
Mauricio, when you have this many young players on your roster and you're playing this many young players at the same time, I mean, to what degree do you change your message or how you coach them or how you communicate with them, given that lack of experience?
But normally, you are a player, young, experienced player, and I think you should receive only one message. Is go there and fight and to settle the minimum standard that the competition demand. That is difficult for me to understand when we say, okay, we talk about experienced players are not the same as the younger. Come on. I think it's always about the opportunity to conquer, to go and to win and to perform. and it's the only way to perform and to conquer or to win things is giving your best. That is why I don't understand when, if you are 30, I don't know, Tim Ream is 36, no? Tim Ream. Or Miles Robinson, that is 20 few. I think the message is the same, because if it's after is to perform. If you don't give, because you are 36-year-old, you want to have some benefit of the game punish you, because the opponent is going to go harder with you, and that is the problem. If that type of situation appear, is because I think our mindset is wrong. That is why this attitude I want to continue to have for the future until we arrive to the World Cup, because that is in the way that the only way that we can improve. If I decide in September different roster, what I want is the same level of commitment, attitude, not to complain in between this and that. It's not the guilty are outside and not inside. It's always excuses or always like this. It's to prepare yourself to give your best. That is why it's so easy and so simple football. Today, who is going to tell me, oh, we show lack of what today? I think we are all agree with the team show what needed to show. And then if the opponent is better or have more luck or you made a mistake, it's not a problem. But for sure, playing in this way, we are going to win most of the game. Today, okay, bad luck. But I think that is in the way that we want to build our journey together.
We'll take a couple more. Leander,
Hi, Mauricio.
to your right.
Hi. Just to follow up on what Pardeep asked, you've got 5, 6, 7 games left this summer, let's say 7. Have you thought about what you want to see over the course of the whole summer, where at the end of the summer you're happy with how this entire camp went?
Well, it's true that this one was the first game, no? After a few days, and of course the roster is that we build to play the Gold Cup and these 2 friendly games, and the Gold Cup is about to. We knew that the level of the player are in different levels. That is why these 2 weeks are important to the preparation for the Gold Cup. I think we want to win and compete really well in the World Cup. And it's going to be tough, of course, it's going to be tough. But I think what we expect is what we saw. And then we need to have the capacity to continue giving tools to the player to be better and better and better. I think that the roster that we build, that we have, I think is the best player that we can have. And that is why I am so happy and not excuse. I think I'm not giving excuse to them, okay, if you don't win it's because of this or because of that or because circumstances. No, I think we need to believe, we need to compete like today, and for sure we are going to have the possibility to win the World Cup. For me, that is my opinion, but I think that is in the way that I think we are going to improve a lot.
To your left, Ryan.
Hi, Mauricio. Jack McGlynn's goal early is obviously a moment of quality from a player who has shown
And
that he
then
could.
all the action,
Yeah.
the team quality, because I think in the way that we start the game, I think we were enjoying a lot, I think, from outside, because the team in the first 15, 20 minutes, I think we show great quality. And then, yes, but like, because that impact, the emotional impact of the goal that we concede, that create a big mess on the team. But in the same time, yes, we need to be positive and say, next time, for sure, we will react in a different way.
With Jack, though, obviously he's a player who could play in different places. Philly used to play him deep. He's playing higher with Houston now. You were using him in different ways today. What are the ways that you could use him to get him to provide those moments, and what are the things that his skill set allows you to do as a coach when you have a player who can do that?
Yes, I think always is how to build, no, the way to play. The animation, I think, is important. how you connect the player, and after in the animation is in the way that you are after to build the patterns to play, is how connect with the another characteristics of a player. I think for me it's a player that now is in his evolution. Now I think that position is a good position for him, because I think his characteristics and in the way that we are seeing him to improve in the future, I think he can be a very great midfielder that maybe can start from outside now, like in a position like a winger, no? But after going to the half space, and because he's clever, because he play well, because when the ball is in his feet, it's like a ball rest, and you rest a little bit because say, okay, have the ball, Jack, for sure he's going to have continuity, no? The ball and the teammate also really trust on him. But after need to improve in another areas on the game, that to be a player that you can reach this high level, I think it's a thing that we try now to work with him, because his evolution is not in that position that start today. I think it's more inside, like a number 8, number 10, number 8. But I think if his evolution is how we are thinking or is in our mind, I think with time he can become a very, very good player, because the quality is there. He's a very talented player.
Last question, and then we'll open the mix zone.
The good thing that we are talking about soccer, eh? That is a good thing, football.
Mauricio, you're about to embark upon this Gold Cup journey with the USMNT, but I'm sure that you've seen speculation over the past few days linking you with the vacant job at Tottenham, and a return to your team has been something that you've spoken about in the past. Is there anything to those rumors, and would you consider a return to the Premier League?
You are talking me about too, the rumors of...
Yes, there's speculation. Yesterday, Tottenham sacked Ange Postecoglou. There's been rumors and speculation saying that you could be a potential candidate to take over that job in the coming weeks. Is there anything to that, or are you going to stay committed to the U.S. men's national team through the World Cup?
I don't understand but I want to answer, but I don't understand really the question is if I saw the speculation.
Dice que hay especulación de que usted se va a ir a Tottenham.
Okay.
Que quedas con la selección de Estados Unidos.
I think is after I left in 2019. I think we left Tottenham. I was related every time that I was free the place of the position of the manager or the head coach in Tottenham. Always my name appear in all the list. I think if you are seeing the rumors, I think we are 100 coaches in the list of the club. I think don't be worried about that. If something happen, you for sure will see. But we cannot talk about this type of thing because I think today are not real. It's not realistic. And look at where I am, where we are, and I think the answer is so clear, no?
Thanks, Mauricio.